Hi everybody, Tashi here from Pixie Mommies Reborns. Welcome back to my channel. To everyone new, hello and welcome. So we have Oscar again today. To those of you new, Oscar is my full-bodied silicone baby boy. He is the Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor. So I'm going to jump right to it and get Oscar out of this sleeper. It's an adorable little neck sleeper with animal print watercolors all over it. I want to change him into his new outfit, one of his new outfits from one of his aunties that I haven't tried on him yet, which is the little dinosaur print from Next in the little sweat outfit. So that's going to go on him, getting him ready for the beginning of the week. I'll probably change him closer to the weekend for Valentine's Day. Maybe, but I definitely wanted to change him for the week. So I figured while I'm changing him, it would be a good time to take a lookie at Oscar's silicone, his movement, and talk a little bit about the different silicones and the way they move, as well as our different preferences as collectors. So this is, I guess you could say, a hot topic kind of going around, which happens in this community where, on YouTube, that we'll all kind of get on the same topic and share our personal thoughts and preferences and things like that. So it's important to remember that everything that I am going to say, I am talking from my, personal preferences as what, I love in a silicone doll, what is my ultimate, my preferences and all of that. It doesn't mean that my preferences of what I love is any less or more or better or worse than anyone else's. It's, simply mine. And I think that we all do agree on one thing here, which you hear from all channel creators across the board, is everyone is entitled to share their opinion, right? So here's mine. So let me pull Oscar's, I'm going to actually change his diaper. So we'll pull this up. I'm ready to put him back in a cloth diaper. So Oscar is one of Claire's Edition babies. He is from the Dwayne and Denia edition, where she made an awake and asleep version of this sculpt, and in boy and girl. And then there is the bonus baby that is unique, and it's a girl, and she's like peaky-eyed, but she has the face of the sleeping Dwayne Denia. So that's what his edition is. And her latest doll out is one of her kits, which is the Willow Awake. So yeah, Willow woke up. So to those of you new to my channel, we just have to cover Oscar with a sock because YouTube won't have it. Nakedness, total. Anyways, so if you're new to my channel or new altogether, I'll just, in case you haven't heard it on anyone else's channel before, the difference between an edition baby and of a silicone and a kit, like in talking about Claire Taylor's dolls. The edition babies are babies that are sculpted, molded, casted, poured, everything by Claire, and she paints them and roots them and all that. Just a little disclosure that I'm not Oscar's first mommy, and before he came to me, he had gotten re-rooted. So this is not Claire's rooting, and this is not his original eyes, for those of you, technically looking at him. But as far as the sculpt, so the addition babies are completely, done by Claire. From what I understand, they're a little bit, or so far have been a little bit of a different, blend of silicone than her kit babies. But from what I've seen on video, kind of all of her babies are unique, from even one pour to the next in the same edition. The kits are babies that are the it's Claire's sculpt, and Claire's molding them and pouring them, and then the kits become available for purchase as a blank kit for collectors to send to other artists to have reborn, or for artists to purchase and paint and sell. And Claire does a prototype, which of her kits, which is done all by her, completed and finished by her. I'm not all up on the latest to Claire. Like, I don't know if she did an artist proof of what. I know the Dwayne's was an artist proof, which was the edition baby done by Claire, and I believe, from what I've heard, that baby went to the mom of the actual real Dwayne that she made the sculpt after. And then there was the prototype, and then there was the numbers, which is Oscar is number 2, and you can see that he has, let's make sure you can all see this. Oscar actually has a number 2 in his head, so that you know that he is an authentic, the authentic Dwayne, Awake number 2 by Claire Taylor. So anyway, just to clarify that, in case you all are just, don't know that information. So the talk out there is something that I have seen being talked about since I came into the hobby. It's not new news. Silicone collectors coming on and talking about how the silicone feels and how the baby moves. And you usually see, I love my Claire Taylor doll, or I love my silicone doll, and the silicone is so soft. And collectors were going in, the direction of like, oh, we love so soft. Now, Oscar is extremely soft. He is not hard in any way. As you can see, his skin wrinkles up everywhere when you move him. He has amazing flexibility. Okay, whoopsies. But that's as flexible as he goes back. He doesn't bend in half, so he is not like the marshmallow, super soft silicone. Whatever Claire's blend that she did for, the Dwayne is different. It has, and we've always tried to describe this, it has a density to it. When you squeeze it, it pops back up, but you can't squeeze your fingers together. It holds its form of its sculpt, which is something that I love about Oscar, and I want in a silicone doll. Whereas the marshmallow silicone is, you can see in, obviously I don't have one here to compare next to, but the silicone is definitely jigglier, even more flexible. It stretches, whereas just gently touching Oscar, his arms, they stay in form. His legs, you can put them up. He can get his toes, but you see how that's still a leg? still a foot, you know? Um, so that's what I love about, Oscar is, the softness, yet the density. Some silicone collectors and mommies absolutely love, you see it all over. They love what is being called the marshmallow silicone, which is a super, super soft blend of silicone because they want their dolls soft. Um, to me, how the doll is sculpted also, is going to make a difference. Oscar's a little more short and stout. He holds his form really good. A longer, bigger baby, bigger you go. I don't know if it would still hold its form with this silicone. I just know that in a softer one, like I can picture it on a little tiny, like preemie baby, and then maybe with armatures or something like that. Because all in all, I like to be able to pick up my silicone and handle it with ease and that it stays in its form. Like Oscar's arm, look at this. His arm is hanging like a baby's would if a baby was, sleeping or just completely relaxed when you pick him up. I don't have to gather him and scoop him up. Up he goes. Up, up and away, up and away. Oh, he's so cute. Yes, he's my cutie pie. So that's kind of the difference I think that collectors are talking about, that you can, in the silicone that's not that marshmallowy soft, that the doll is more has more density to it and is holding its form. Now, I have heard, and I have no idea, but only common sense would say that the edition babies are going to be more of a premium silicone, not that kits aren't premium, because I think that everything from Claire Taylor is going to be premium. I personally just don't want, and at this point in time would never want a silicone that's not, by Claire, in a bigger doll. I have my little preemie, but even her, well, I really would like a boy down the road, but we'll get into that later. Um, it's just my preference, and I haven't experienced a lot of silicone dolls in person. I've seen a few more than I've had in my nursery, because I do have someone that lives close that has, quite a few. But all in all, I haven't gotten to experience on my own, but this is what I love, absolutely love about collectors that share their dolls on their channels, and they share the movements of their dolls. They talk about the movement, they talk about the silicone as they're going along. They show all the features, they describe what they're feeling, they show you, everything. And then just in general, watching videos, you can see the way that the doll, looks in a collector's arms, how it moves, if its movement is, you know, realistic, if it moves out of place for what, realism would be. And let me just note when I say that these are not real babies. This is silicone. These are works of art. So they're not going to be 100% moving like a baby, not even Oscar. I just, for me, want it as close as I can get. Now, there are some collectors that, don't love the Dwayne sculpt. In fact, they hate it. There's either you love it or you hate it, or maybe you're just like, eh. But I know for a fact there's collectors out there that think that this body is ugly, the face is funny looking, they just don't like this sculpt. So that's where it comes down to when you see a doll and you look and you're just like, ah, that's my baby. Like you adore the face, the body and the movement is, attractive to you. Like you're like, wow, I just, you know, that's the baby I want. Like that's the what you all have to consider. In a silicone, personally, and I think a lot of collectors feel this way, because they are so expensive. Personally, for me, I couldn't afford to play around like I do with the reborns and just experience different sculpts, different artists' work, buy and sell. Not that you can't buy and sell silicone, but for me, I don't enjoy selling, and it's nerve wracking enough with the reborn dolls. And the silicones is a little more like just things can go wrong, and it's just a lot to have on the line when you're selling. So, trying to decide which socks. I think I'm going to go with the green ones because I've been doing a lot of mustards, and he was just in the mustard stripe. So I think I'm going to go with these. So that's my point. And as far as so it's for me it has been crucial to see other collectors videos and other collectors talking about their dolls. I was able to make a decision quite some time ago when I dove into the silicones that the marshmallowy silicone that were super super soft wasn't for me because I pay very very close attention to other collectors videos and dolls that I'm considering like that type, or I want to I want to see armatures, not armatures. I want to see the different types of silicone. And if the collector is not being honest, and you would think, well, why would a collector not be honest or handle a doll and not really full out share the details of the movement and all that? Well, there can be several reasons for that, but if it's something that they don't like in the doll, they might be afraid when they go to sell it on that that's going to deter people. It could be a reason, but for me, the way I look at it is there's something for everyone. Tons of people, like this, that, or the other thing. You know what I'm saying? As I said, like this sculpt Oscar is not for everybody. So I think it's just best to share, exactly what is, because it gives you transparency and credibility down the line as you're going along as well, because other collectors are going to get these dolls in their collection and then think to themselves, geez, well, I kind of was paying close attention to what this one and that one said that had a similar doll, and that's not it at all. And that stings. The goal here is to try to help collectors, and I understand like your favorite artists, but you don't want to have your nose all up in the artist's butt in that kind of way either, because that's not helping the artist. They may start to see, well, oh look, there's a turn coming, like the marshmallow silicones became extremely popular, and more collectors were like, oh, look at how soft, look at the squish, look at how squishy. Everybody would always say squishy, look at how squishy, look at how squishy. So then the artists were like, okay, well, this is the hot thing now. It may or may not, I have no idea what turn it's going in. I know nothing about the first hand market like that. I haven't bought a silicone directly from an art. Well, no, I have. My micro preemie actually was the prototype from an artist, so I shouldn't say that. I have, but in general I don't. And so I couldn't say what would be going either way. all I can say is that it gives the artist, an idea. They want to know. They come to our channels to see what features they really, really love, what they don't love so much. You know, for me, Oscar is perfect. I would tell you this silicone doll is perfect. It is actually, like a real baby. There is nothing about him that I don't love. But that is my personal preference. I can be honest and show Oscar as he is, because either you're going to love him and the features and the way he moves and the way he looks, or you're not, and I think there's plenty of collectors out there, like a huge range of what we all love. And these are dolls that are very expensive. Like, nobody's buying these dolls because that's the trend. That's they might look and say, oh, well, it must be good because that's what everybody wants. But to me, I look past that and look at what else is, I look at specific collectors that I know my taste is similar to theirs. If that makes sense, as well as just going around and looking at the dolls. Well, I was a ton when I was in the market for a newborn size, and even the preemie, in the market for a silicone doll. That's, what I was paying close attention to. And to be honest, I still pay close attention because I never know what's going to change. I think that, as collectors, things can change on the drop of a dime. And I want to be ready. I want to be prepared to know to make those decisions when that change is going to occur. So that's what I do. So I very much appreciate, people giving honest reviews, collectors giving honest reviews, and showing the doll in at the most transparency they possibly can. It helps us collectors. In the long run, it helps the artist. From every artist, some kits that are sculpted is the same as reborns. They're a hit, they sell out, then they're hard to find. Some aren't. It's just the way that it goes. It's, as Miss Kelly would say, the ebb and flow, Kellie girl. My dear Kelly over there, who has Monroe, which is Oscar's cousin, and she is one of the Denias in the Awake edition. And she did a video talking about this. I will link her video below. I really enjoyed listening to Kellie Girls' latest video, and I really love straight shooters. Well, I love Kellie Girl because she's a dear friend to me, but I really love when people are straight shooters, and just show, for better or worse, what things are and where they're at, personally. That's what I like, seeing being shared here. And I don't think it's hard to figure out when people have other motives behind sharing or not sharing things with you. But again, I think that's more of a kind of silly thing to be, picking out or to be attacking others, for sharing their opinion. Hello, people, right? Their opinion. Don't be hypocrites. That's really stinks. If you're, coming on and you want to say, I don't want to be bullied, I don't want to be attacked, I would just love to share my opinion, let others have their turn to share their opinion. And again, an opinion is you're talking to the whole community of doll collectors where everyone has different personal preferences. So what one collector finds really, really attractive and wants, another may not. So just show it like it is. It's not bad or good or better or not good. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, does that make sense? It's what you love. If you're happy with your dolls and you're in love with your dolls, that's what matters. And if you're not, then sell and, buy until you get there. But it's just so silly to pick on other people, and we've had enough of that, like outside of the community, people coming in, you know nesting themselves here amongst the community that are doll collectors that, attack people in here, and some really, nasty, like, things of stalking and just obsessed with people, like, where channels are scared. Bigger channels or medium channels or whatever you want to call them, popular channels, are literally like, wow, it's like I'm being stalked here. Do I need to be concerned? Um, you know, Everybody's entitled to share your opinion. Share your opinion and move on. You want to be stuck on the same topic month after month, week after week, year after year, and then even worse, going after the same channels over and over again every day. You don't want to be there. The doll collectors don't do that. We may get catty and bitchy and, whatever, but, we say it and we move on because we're enjoying our hobby. We're enjoying our dolls. And if that's not what you're here to do, then exit to the left. I mean, seriously. And I was going to say something else, but we're going to keep it friendly. Right, Oscar? Oh my gosh, I got to pick him up. I always got to pick him up. Oh, he just, I've had 4 children, and he, to me, just feels like a baby. I keep him downstairs, and I have that real feeling like there's a baby in the house. No, I'm not nuts. I don't believe he's real. I don't, do that sort of stuff. When we treat the dolls like real, it is role play. We're just playing. We're just having fun. But anyway, I just wanted to share a bit about what my personal preferences, and right now I happen to have a baby that checks all of my boxes. I'm very, very happy. And we talk about things because we want to see everyone happy and get there one way or another, somewhere in their budget and their preferences. It's nice to see everyone be able to have a big smile on their face, cuddling their baby and sharing their baby and say, this baby checks off all my boxes. I'm so in love. So anyway, share with me, share with everyone. What are your preferences in silicone? Do you love the marshmallow silicone that's really hot right now? Do you prefer a more form type of silicone? And baby, do you have a favorite silicone artist? Do you have a favorite silicone sculpt? And is that doll in your collection or in your sights at the moment? Drop a comment. Tell me what you think. Share your opinion. That's what we're here for. That's what my platform is for doll collectors to, mingle and share their opinions. So thank you very much for stopping by and seeing this little cutie. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Check and make sure that you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video and receive invites to my live streams. You can also follow me on Instagram at PixieMommies_Reborns. That's always in the description of The video and a link to Kellie Girls video will also be in the description of the video. Later in the week, we're going to have another hot topic, and I'm going to try to do the second episode for my little series that I'm doing to help you all out with collecting. So lots coming up this week. Stay tuned. Have your notification bells hit. All right, everyone, I hope you all have a great start to your week, or actually your week will already have been started, so I hope it was great because this is pre-recorded. All right, everyone, till next time, God bless.